Generic greetings and welcome to Islantiles. Today's beverage is a nice and chilled and indeed very refreshing winterberry soda. So welcome to the demo of Islantiles. This is billed as a cozy roguelike deck builder where essentially we go to an island and over the course of 4 seasons we have to colonize that area. So we'll place buildings and different objects and we basically have to gather resources to get a certain score and then progress on to a different island. We also will get different cards and technologies and upgrades in order to aid our progress. Let's just go to new game and I'll show you a little bit of it here. So we've got Civilization of the Crown lands, which is the default one. Balanced deck starts with the crown. The crown is one of the technologies you get. In this particular case, it aids in productivity. I'll explain that once we get in. And then the difficulty, again, is on default. In the demo, I think there's only one civilization available, and there's a couple of options for the difficulty. But again, we're going to go with default here. So the Crownlands Wanderer, difficulty 1 of 6, and island is 1 of 8. So there's 8 islands in total. So this is a dynamically generated island, so it is different every time you play. And you can see it's got various hexes on this one. So we've got things like forests, we've got rivers, we've got different locks and lakes. We've got a mountainous region with various resources like iron and gold, and then you've got reefs, things like that. And the way we win essentially the island is by getting whatever score it is on the bottom right. So in this particular case we need 2,000 generic scores, and the way we do that is by gathering resources. So all of these things here, and they're called wealth and productivity. So wealth is basically all the stuff you get. So if I, for example, go over to a gold mine, it highlights on the map where it recommends you can gather the resources, and when you mouse over it shows you how many you're going to get. So if I place this thing in here, we'd gain 45, there it's 60, there it's 25, 50. So the idea is that you take your time. Let's say it's built as a sort of chill experience. And you can just, place it wherever you think is best and then get those resources. And then those resources at the end of the season, you will gain whatever the resources are times by the productivity, which is basically your population, essentially. You've also got other buildings on here. So, for example, we have a temple, and if we place something on the temple, we'll gain an upgrade. But I don't think there's anything over there, really, that is worthy of our time. I mean, I could place it there, and that would give us 140, but even just placing it there would give us 90, but I wouldn't get the upgrade, which is a bit of a shame. So, yeah, that's poor. Anyway, let's just see. You've only got a certain amount of building slots every season as well. So you've got spring, summer, autumn, winter, or whatever denomination you choose to use and saying in your country of origin. So yeah, you can build up to, like 5 things. Well, not 5 things, but you've got like 5 hammers. So for example, a mint, you can see costs 2. And also when you mouse over, it shows you the resources that you gather, the range, which is 2. That sort of thing, and the buildings as well. So we're going to place in a collector's hut, and I'm just going to mouse this round and just sort of see where the best option for us is, and I think it's going to be there because this gathers from it's like oranges, but fruits, and then also from rivers. So put it there, we gain the resources, we can see the little coins drop, and then we gather all of those. And then we get the resources. Excellent. I am going to go over to here with a sawmill and place that there because I want to upgrade. So this sawmill, we can now upgrade to give it different bonuses. So we can say swamp. So every time we place this somewhere, it also gathers from swamp. Quick and dirty, reduce the building cost by 1, minimum of 1. So we can take it from the 2 building slots to 1. Oh, well prepared. On play, gain +1 card. I'm going to go with swamp because that will give us some more options. So there we go. And let's see about hunter. So the hunter would give us, sometimes if I place it there, we'll actually it won't gather the wood there, so it's not going to gather everything. I think the mint or the smelter was probably the way forward. 100 if I place it there, 115 if I place it there, that's exactly where it's going to go. So that's now us done for this season. That was our spring season there, and we've gained 325 times 3. Now why times 3? Well, based on like a different adjacency bonus and such, you can increase that productivity. There are different synergies to mix and match. I won't profess to know exactly what all those synergies are, having only played a small amount, but yeah, there is those in play. But one of our technologies, in fact our only technology for the starting Wanderer, the Crownlands, is a crown. So at the end of season, gain +2 productivity. So it went from our score times 1 to our score times 3. Over to our building again, and we've got now some blue cards, which are things like fishers and shell collectors, shipyards, etc. So let's just see if I can get something nice and decent around here. I do feel like we could probably get a very good score in and around here. So one of them was, what was that one? 115 if I was to place it there. There is a jeweler. We can go for 35, 70, 70. We can go for 60 over there. I don't think a fisher would be any better. I think it was just the range. I'm just going to go with a shipyard because, yeah, that's a nice score there. That's good. We do have a cornfield, and I can bring this around, and I'm going to place the cornfield in there. That's going to give us 75. We've got 2 more slots remaining, and there is a butcher. So if I was to place it here, we get 105, and I think if I do that, because we're next to a different building, do we get extra productivity, or have I just made that up? I think I've just made that up, yeah. Anyway, we've gathered that resource, and we should be just under what is required. Yep, there we go. We only need 140 score now, so, you know, if it's a first sort of round, we'll be fine on this one. So we've got a mint, and then there's 170, so we've already completed it. I'm not going to mess around too much. I'm just going to place things down and get what we need. So there you go. Like I say, we just needed to just get this done. So you can see there obviously is changes in the biome, and you know it alters the look and feel of things based on the season there, and we have managed to complete that within the first 3 seasons, and that score is actually really good. In fact, yeah, we almost completed that one on the first one. So it says over the winter, and it is going to do that. However, it's island completed, so we've settled that one. Island coins is 6. That's just what you get from playing the map. And then you've got your season coins, so any seasons remaining, you gain some bonuses, in this particular case 1 obviously, and then you got a bit of interest. So we'll collect 7. And this is where you can get both technologies and treasures. So technologies, we've got birds. Buy this technology in the shop once to discover it. On play, +1 productivity per other building type in range. Okay. And then fertilizer. On play, +15 resources per empty tile and range resources. So if I was to do that with birds, you basically get adjacency bonuses. I'm going to go with the loot, or do you want to go with fertilizer? +1 per empty tile in range. Empty tile, yeah, we're going to go with empty tile. Sadly, I can re-roll it. I've only got 2 more generic units of currency, so I'm going to just have to go to next island. I would like both technologies, but you don't really have the option. So we have a couple of options here. We have 3 options, in fact, for our island selection. We've got the safe island, the balanced island, and the risky island. Each one, you can see roughly what it's going to contain. It also shows you the treasures. So this one has a school. That's the safe island. The balanced island doesn't have anything, and the risky island has a school and a temple, and it shows you the coins that you're going to get. So I'm just going to go with the safe island for this pick, and then we'll go and obviously go up as we progress on. So that is all now in, and well, let's go. So I want to go for the school first, because place a building here to transform it into another building of higher tier. So I can place, say, if I go to fishers, I can get it'll be 125 to go there, or a shell collector 110. So I'm just going to go immediately with the fisher there. So we can transform it into something else. So we can either go from a fisher to a cornfield 2, a shell collector 2, a hunter 2, or a gold mine 2. I'm going to go with a shell collector 2. There we go. And then we can probably place this around here to gain even more. There we go. It does feel like we can probably place a mint in here. Yeah, and we definitely can. I reckon there, 165, that should be pretty good. So that's going to be 590 times 3 at the end of it. Oh, we've actually got another pick as well. So let's do just that. Let's go for another pick. There's a hunter there, which gives us again more resources. And the whole point is that, like I say, it is built as a sort of chilled experience. So you can take as much time as you want. So, you know, survey the area, see what's best. So, for example, the collector sort, it's not really great on this map. It just doesn't seem to be that good. The shell collector, I thought there would be really good, but apparently not. Yeah, looks like we're not going to get much off that one. I think it was the hunter at 70. That is probably our best one. And we also gained some bonuses because of the fertilizer. So that's brought us up to 690 score times 3. It's not score, I call it resources, it's wealth, but yeah, that's getting us 2,000, and we need 3,800 in total. That's pretty much just halved it, so there we go. And right, let's go for a continuation. We've got a shipyard, and I do like the shipyard because basically it's got a very big area of effect, so that's fine. Let's go with a smelter in the mountains here, and I think it's going to be there. So that's 160, and we gain some bonuses because of that, let's say, because of that fertilizer there. A gold mine can probably go in, but I'm not going to get much. What about an iron mine? Not so much either. Let's go with the sawmill because we have upgraded that, and because of that you can see the huge amount of resources. Because we previously upgraded that so we can get a swamp, we're going to get a total of 205 for that. So we've already completed this map, I believe. Let's just go with a gold mine in say there. That should do us quite nicely. So it's going to be 575 times 3. So yeah, we have indeed got that pretty much nailed down. No, we haven't. We've got 5 off. We're 5 off. That's a shame. Okay, fine. You know what? We're not going to mess around. We're just going to get this completed. So sawmill. The bonus score I don't think really matters. As long as you just complete it, you should be fine. And there we go. That's it done. Okay. So that'll bring us to the next level. There are some overlays you can get, by the way. So you've got the resources overlays, which is just looks a bit cluttered, but it's good to have. And then you've got your blocks as well, so you can place on like the swamps and on the rivers, that sort of thing. So there we go. So it is a score of 1,590 on top of what we needed, and there we go to the next island. So again, we gain 2 for the coins for the island because it was an easy one, and then the season coins is just 1. So there we go. We collect that. We have bards. I said birds last time. Why would I say birds? It's obviously a lute or something, some sort of instrument. So we're going to get the bard birds, +1 productivity per other building type or market. Or at start of island, place as a market. It's a great market. End of season, +100 resources per buildings placed in range 1. I'm going to go with the bards, and then we'll go to next island. So this time, we're probably going to go with... Do you want to go safe island again and then over to balanced? I'm going to do another safe island for this one because there's only one difference in coin, but there's also a temple, which means we can upgrade some cards. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's around here. So I might be able to, if we get the sawmill, 175 for there, because obviously it's a sort of empty tile. We've also got, it appears to be a cornfield, which would work out very nicely around here. Remember, we've got the bards and we've got fertilizer. If I was to place a cornfield in there, what would go next to it? Nothing much really. Oh no, even better, right? Well, yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to go with a cornfield there. Oh no, because it's different type, isn't it? Right, okay, it's different type within range. So that would be in range there, but I would probably be best in placing it there. I'm just going to go with straight up score. So a mill would go there, actually. Yes, and that should give us extra productivity if I've worked this out correctly. Yes, it has. Okay. Normally I don't work it out correctly, but we've got it done. So it is 475 times 4 this time. Score required 5,500, and that's taken us to 1,900. Or it's gained as 1,900. Right, so remember, it's we gain bonuses for every other building slot around here. So 140 there. Nothing there. What about a hunter? Hunter's 120 there. Smelter, these are all going to be like completely individual. There's nothing really going to go on there. There's a mint, which is no, and gold mine. No, I think actually a smelter then. It was 175 over there. Let me just spin this round, see if there's any other better options. No, I think it's going to be 175 there, but I will destroy the gold. I'll place it next to it then, just so we don't destroy it, just don't, you know, get rid of that one. And because we can place another gold mine adjacent to it. Not that that's going to really help out. Let's go with shell collectors then. We'll scoot around the island. I definitely want to place something there, and I think it's going to be a shipyard, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be a shipyard. So shipyard, choose an upgrade. So we can either gain wood, gain fish, or gain iron. It's going to go with fish. Of course it's fish. Why would we not? And then we've got hunter. So the hunter, we can have a look around here. It's only about between 50 and 40. Shell collector. I mean, 75 would be there. Gold mine is obviously up here. There will be a 90 there. We'll place that there, and that should do us quite nicely. So we're not going to get any big bonuses, sadly, to our productivity, to our population, whatever you would like to call it. But it's 555 times 3, and this is only the second of the 4 seasons, taking us to an additional 1,665, leaving us with 1,935 remaining. There's another shipyard, which I can place there, but we need to place something that is different within range. So, I mean, there would be good. Now, if I again calculate that correctly, we gain some bonuses for some empty areas and also from the bird bards. Yep, there we go. So we've got that bonus. Shipyards then. If I place that there, we probably wouldn't get the bonus. Actually, we probably wouldn't get it because it is, yeah, because it's already next to that one. Okay. Can I place like one of these around here? Would that where's our mine? Our mine is there. Collector's hut, shipyard. I mean, I could probably just go for straight up score, couldn't I? I mean, 120 there, 140, 140. That'll do it. I could have got 160, but it would have destroyed a little thing, so don't really want to do that. And again, we're on to a decent thing at this stage, so let's just go with collector's hut. We can get 70 there, 60 there. We'll get 70, why not? And we'll also get some bards, so that should be this map completed, because it's going to go to times 5 now. There we go. And yeah, that is pretty much done. 2,175, that has completed that. Over to winter, but again, we haven't really needed that throughout this one. So 4 island coins and 1 season coin, so we'll do that. We have the option for a library. So at the end of season, it's plus 0.35, called population, but it's productivity, per generic currency of all technologies, currently 2.45. So that's just a straight up bonus, that's good. Oh, we got after work party, end of season, plus 2 per unused building, currently 10. I'm going to go with the library, and you've got a temple, so that's a temple to the next one. We could have gone with a mill, but yeah, you gain resources for within 2 tiles of the wheat field, the rivers, and also a building if you've got like a one of them, a cornfield. Iron mine would have been good as well. Anyway, next island, we're just going to progress on. This is going to be island 4 of 8, and this time we're going to go with the balanced island. And so a fairly big mountain range, really big. Oh, okay, this is a really big swamp. So if we get the sawmill, it'll be, yeah, it's just brilliant. The sawmill around here will be great. Now I can place it there and get a little bit more, but I am going to go for there just because I don't want to wreck what's in there. By the look of it, there's some deer. Which means hunters will probably work very well. So there's that. We do have a mint, which we can bring around. And in fact, where is the temple? The temple's over here. What can we place in here? We can place in a shell collector. But truth be told, there's nothing around here that we could get. So I'm just going to go through all these ones. Let me just turn on the overlay. So we're looking for anything that can get rivers and the wheat. So that's the mill. The mill is probably the way to go, but I'll check in a moment. We've got the shell collector, there's nothing there. The hunter, there's nothing there. Yes. The butcher, nothing. Iron mine, nothing. Smelter, nothing. Mint, nothing. So it's going to be the mill, and we'll place it there. So we can get cleansing fire, destroys the card, gives +4 plus 4 generic units of currency and plus 4 per card upgrade. There isn't any, so just 4. We can collect berries, or we can collect seashells. I'm going to say berries because, well, there is some berries there, so that may follow on to the next one. And I want to try and get some sort of adjacency bonus with that one, and I don't think it's going to happen. So I've only got 1 building, 2 buildings. Iron mine. I might be able to, I mean, I definitely can. I was going to say I might be able to place an iron mine. I definitely can place an iron mine. It's just not going to help. 165 there. 70 up there. Placing it there wouldn't give us any bonuses. Oh no, it says it's going to get the bard bonus. Other building type within range. I thought the building type was the card colour. So blue, brown, grey, etc. But it's just a different type of building. Fair enough. Okay, shipyard. This is going to probably help out. If I was to place it there, I'd only gain 80, but again, go for that. Go for the extra times. Let's see what else. Shell collector, nothing. Jeweler, nothing. Woodcutter. Nothing much around there. Cornfield, nothing. Collector's hut, pretty much nothing. Although we gain 60 there, plus the loot. Winery, 90. I think there, 90 with the extra bard. Woodcutter, again would give us that times, which I'm going to get. And I think the shipyard's going to happen, which is going to go there. It will destroy that field that I've put it on, but I'm going to go for this extra times bonus. So that's going to take us to 315 times 5, times 7, in fact, it will go to. And, oh no, 10.5, because we get the plus 2 for the crown and then the extra ones for the technology, which is taking us to 3,308 plus score. So we only need 780 for the next one. So again, we should be okay for progressing on here. And let's see then. We do have a sawmill, which again I could probably place around here. That'd be 120, would destroy some stuff. That's fine. Hunter, which would be 85. No, we'll go for something else. Maybe cornfield. We wouldn't get any adjacency bonus. Nothing around there. Cornfield's over here, actually. You'd think I'd be able to place a cornfield. It's only 55, but again, it gives us extra times, and it's only 1 to build it. And then what have we got over here? Anything over here? We haven't really bothered with the whole mountainous region. This one, have we? There's loads of... If I had a hunter, there should be loads around here. Yeah, I won't get any times bonus, but that should go to for 7.5, something like that. Let's just see what happens. Oh, we've got one more slot anyway. So, there we go. That'll do us. That's definitely completed. In fact, that's massively burst through what we actually need in total. So it's times, 10.5. So we'd actually pretty much completed the map, almost, with that one there from that one alone. Anyway, island coins is 5, season coins is +1. So we have 7 coins. We can go with Bone Alchemy, end of season, +6 per 3 card base slot in discard pile, or Poor Houses. End of season, +4 productivity when you have less than 5 generic units of currency. Well, we always have that. So I'm going to go with Poor Houses. You can sell technologies, left-click on them to sell. Yes, we can. I'm going to go with Fisher 3, and we're going to go with Next Island. And we've got 1 left. I'm going to go back to Balanced Island. So only 3 coins, but there is a school and there is a temple. So let's see then. Oh, look at all that together. If we have a jeweler... Now, we need to place it there, though, don't we? collector's hut, 135. Winery, no. Let me just turn on that. So, I mean, a collector's hut, no. The jeweler. There's the jeweler there. So, jeweler, transformed into one of the following. I don't want any of them. I don't actually want any of them. I'm going to go with smelter, because this is quite a mountainous region. So, smelter. 165 to go there. Where is the school? We've got that one there. Oh no, we've done the school. There's the temple over here. So, woodcutter. 140. It's a bit poor, really. It's not woodcutter 2. Oh no, not just woodcutter. That'll do. That'll be fine. So, blessings. Gain gold, gain animals, and gain a card. I think I'm just going to go with gain a card. So when I play a place, I gain a card. So 635 times whatever I happen to get, times 3, times 7.2, 11.2. That's because of our poor houses as well. So that's given us a score of 7,000 odd, and that's almost completed. We only need another 388. I reckon with a couple of adjacency bonuses, we are going to be pretty okay here. What's the best adjacency bonuses I could possibly get then? So cornfields, nothing. Mill. Get a mill. Yeah, get a mill there. That's going to give us the bard loot and everything else. Fisher 3, you'd think I'd be able to place that there. That would give us loot bonus. Shell collector. Shell collector 2, yeah, there we go, again giving us that times 2. And then shipyard, which is even more. And I'm thinking that's pretty much this one completed. I haven't got much wealth, but the amount of times we're going to get is going to go off the charts. So it's 410 times 17.2. Giving us 7,052, and we only need 3,000 plus a bit of change. Well, I said that nearly 4,000 actually, but yeah, there you go. So we actually completed that within the first 2 seasons, so we'll collect 5. Alchemy, on play, we gain 5 per gold, which we're trying to not have that because we've got this poor houses. What's this? Healthy diet, on play, plus productivity, gain 0.04 per upgrade if the card is green. I'm going to go with, then, I mean, that's pretty good. Sawmill and temple next. The upgrades are okay, but I'd have to sell some of the others. Let's go ahead and go with a balanced island. I'm not going to go with risky for this playthrough. And it's generated that. And there's a lot of empty tiles there. So a mill. There's not really many good places for that. What else have we got? Temple? Hunter? No. Butcher? No. Obviously we gain points because we've got this fertilizer. Smelter, that's obviously all going to be in the mountains and such, same as the mint. Yeah, the problem is that a lot of the times when you place them in the mountains, there's not much really else to go with it. 190 if I was to place it there. But I'm thinking, I was to go with a mill there, and then I'm going to place the shipyard in there. And then I'm going to place the mill in there, and that was going to give us an upgrade, as well as the adjacency times. So we can either collect iron, collect seashells, or collect wood. I'm going to say collect wood, because they're often near wood, and in fact, there you go, we gained even more. And collector's hut. So the collector's hut, we can place in there. Hunter, we can place in and around here. I'm just going to go with the plus 80, to be honest, because it's already times 3. That'll go up to times 5 plus the 4 for poor houses, and then plus the technology bonus. So it's 570 times whatever it was, but that's give us 7,500-ish, and that means we're already halfway. Fisher 3. And shell collector. Got a sawmill. Sawmill is, I mean, it's 200 not there. It's going to have to go there. You always want to try and place these, when you've got the adjacency bonus as well. There's only 90 there, but again, I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that bonus extra bit there. Let's see. I'm going to place that in there, and cornfield. Only 15. That's not really very good. 75, and again, all of the bonuses as well. I think that should have this island completed. Should. And let's see. Yep, 12,000. And we've completed that island. That was island 6 of 8, so only a couple more to do. We've got markets. You get start of island, place as a great market. End of season, plus 100 per buildings placed within range 1. Or boost motivation. On play, gain 0.75. I think we're going to go with some upgrades here, maybe. We'll put a temple on. We'll put a smelter on. We've only got 4 remaining. What do I want to get rid of? I mean, fertilizer. On play, just 0.75. I'm going to go with that, actually. Let's give us 4. We get bonus for less than 5, so that's fine. We'll keep that for the next level. And we're going to go with Balanced Island once again. So, a bit of a rocky region, this one, isn't it? Okay. So I'm tempted to place around there immediately. Yeah, get that temple. So, smelter. Seashells, fishes, or wood. There's something around there. I'm going to go with seashells. And that's not getting anything, but we have gained 0.75 just for playing it. The mill. Where's the best place for the mill? 140 there. 400. 140. I'm going to place it in the middle. And then we'll go with the collector's hut, because I think the collector's hut might be alright. Or sawmill. Or sawmill you'd have to place well out of the way, sadly. Gold mine. Nothing there. Shell collector. Nothing around here. Gold mine, we've checked out. Sawmill, miles away. Collector's hut. Could place it there. No. There's not really much with this pickup that we've got. So I think we're going to go with just straight up score. 190 and not destroying anything. Because that's going to give us 550 times, what are we on? 9.1, 13.1. We need 20k. And we've gained 7k on the first season. So not terrible at all. Shuffle the cards. We've got Fisher here. We've got Sawmill. We've got Woodcutter. Nothing is really around this thing. It's all pretty much away from it, isn't it? We do have smelters, though. Yeah. Okay. Fisher 3 is the one I'm thinking of. No, there's not really much for island-wise, is there? No, that'll do it, actually, because then we are adjacent to that sawmill. Butcher will only give us plus 15 there, but it will give us the times bonus, but that's not really going to help out too much. Cornfield, no. There's not a great amount of help around here. That'll have to do. Iron mine. No. If I need a gold mine, basically, because there's a couple of gold here, and that would massively help out, but, well, sadly, it ain't working that way. Could go there for 60. What about woodcutter? 20. No. Iron mine, nothing. Smelter, nothing. Smelter, nothing. Cornfield, nothing. It's going to have to be the butcher. So, haven't done the exact maths, but I don't think we'll have passed the 800 threshold. Although it is 230 times 16. Now we've only gained only 400, so we're on to 9,000. So we might end up in winter on this one. There's a fisher 3. There's a smelter. That's already a smelter, so it's not going to help. We've got iron mines, but no. Oh, there's a mint. That's what I was after. Right. Now we're talking. There we go. 190 plus the times bonus. The fisher. Maybe we start another area. What about hunter? No. Sawmill. Could go around there. Where would the fisher go? Or a shipyard? It wouldn't go anywhere. Butcher. Wouldn't help out. Sawmill. 55. We'll go with that. And iron mine. No. Fisher 3. I think we might have to plan for the next season. If we're on about, say, the fisher. The mine. Nah, it's not going to give us enough score. We can only place the fisher 3, hunter, and iron. I think placing the fisher just to gain score is what's best. Or is the iron mine? What's the best score? What's the best, like, just straight up resources we can get? 45, 53, 60. Appears to be 60 off that one. The hunter, we can gain 25 maximum. And the fisher was 100. I'm going to go with 100. Gets rid of the clams and that, but whatever. That's going to be 330 times what? 15.1. So we just shy of what required. Very much shy of what's required. But we're on to the last season. We need 4,000 off this one. So let's see if we do quite well. If I was to go there, 130 plus the times bonus. We're going to do that one. That's all good. So this is the first time we're actually in winter. Where we... there's 150 with some times. Yeah. We're in winter for the first time. Previously, we've just been able to crack on and get on with things. I'm going to go there. And that should be okay. 385 times, it'll be about what? 15? 17.1 actually. We're good. There we are. So, Island 7 of 8. Let's progress on to the next one. And we've got Trading Post. We've got Smelter. I'm going to go with Trading Post immediately. And what else have we got? Biotechnology. End of season, +2 sell value, or Spyglass, plus 0.75 per height of the tile. Alright, okay. I mean, I definitely want to get under... If I'm going to... I could either get rid of the poor houses and get something like whiskey. End of season, +2 sell value, currently 3. Not too sure. I could re-roll it. See what other cards I get. Or I could just get myself a Smelter 2. I'm going to get myself a Smelter 2. That takes us under what's required. We're going to place a temple on there. And the next, and indeed last island. You can see it's actually rolled back around to the next season. Okay, so on this one we should have a temple. There it is. And then also the school. Right. Let's go. 28k is required for this scenario. Right. Let's see how we get on. So... let's see. I'm immediately looking at the temple and seeing what I can place on the temple. I just want to see what I can place on the temple, which is going to give us the most. That would be the mill. at 175. And we can upgrade that to duplicate, add to the deck, gather wood or gather fish. I'm going to say gather wood because I think we're within wood anyway. So we gain some bonuses around here. So there we are. Oh, well, I guess we will. And then what else? Smelter, 180 plus the adjacency bonus there, which is good. Cornfield, not much there. Fisher 3. I think I'm going to start working on the coast a little bit. Actually, no, wait, iron mine. Is there anything around here? There's not really much around there. I need gold, ideally. Cornfield. Cornfield is 60 there, 45 there. Collector's hut. Not much around here at all. I'm going to go with cornfield, just for the score. Well, for the wealth. But obviously, thinking about next time, we're near the coast. There's other resources. We might do all right there. So it's 415 times 14.1. So yeah, what, 6,000 and a bit? No, 6,000, just under 6,000. So not a great opener, to be honest. We've got some more resources pop up here. So there is a sawmill, which I can get, which is going to massively help out. 380 if I place it there. However, if I can place a butcher there, that's nowhere near as much. I'm going to place that. That's going to be good. 380 plus the productivity and everything else. Same as if I place a woodcutter around. That's plus 50 with the times. Smelter, actually. If I can place it a little bit closer to that. I'll just go for the score. We've got 2 more things remaining. And we've just drawn a mint, actually. And we're going to do that as well. Right, this should be a good score. We're out of building slots. Can't see anything because of the massive cloud. So let's see. It's 720 times 15.1. That's going to be a good score. Oh yeah, 10k. Brilliant. So we've got 12 remaining. No, 11.3 actually. And 2 seasons to do it. Trading post. Let's see. 210. 200. Wow, look at that. 280. 250. Oh, 250. We're going to go with that. Brilliant. Smelter. No. Let's see about mill. Well, there's already mills over here. So we're not going to gain a lot. I haven't built anything here, by the way, to transform anything. It's just how it is. 95 there. Gold mine. Gold mine wouldn't really help out. What about Hunter? Only 50. 55 I can get with the times. How many slots have I got? 2 more slots remaining. So nothing there. What about... I mean, it's pretty much desolate around here. I've got a cornfield. 135. Let's see about... 145. Wealth. Plus the bonuses. That might get it. That just might do it. No. Massively miscalculated. 5,214 left to go. Okay. Well, I'm just going to go with straight up amount. Plus smelter. 170. 170 there. 2 more slots remaining. Shell collector. 155 to there. That'll transform it. To cornfield, fisher, hunter, or iron mine. Fisher. Because... actually, that was a bit of a mistake. Could have went with cornfield and placed it there. That would only give us 30. Don't think it's going to matter too much. There's 60 with some times. Actually, I will place that there. So we're up to 765 times 6 plus all of the bonuses. I'm not too worried. I'm not even going to attempt to do the maths on that one, but yeah. It's like 10,000, 12,009. There you go. End of season. That has that being completed. Collect 4. Well done! You've conquered this difficulty level. Your skills will truly be put to the test in the next island, where you can complete for the top spot on the leaderboard. Go to the final island. Ooh, final island, is it? Right, okay. Let's go with Hunter 3. Next island. Let's see what it does. We're going to go balanced again. I didn't realize it was going to be final island. This is for a leaderboard. Okay. Let's see. So, do we have any temples or anything on this one? I can't see any. Woodcutter. Nothing much around here. Smelter. Let's get in the mountains. 220. Hunter would be 70 there. 110. Woodcutter. 55. Butcher. 75. Smelter will be across there. Shell collector. It's all the way around the outside, isn't it? Yeah, of course. Winery. 130. I'm going to place like some of these here and see what we can get. Woodcutter will be around here. Nothing really of note. Collector's hut. Can't place it there. Nothing around there. I think it's going to have to just be Hunter, isn't it, there? That'll do us. So this is just for straight up score. I don't anticipate doing very well, but we'll do it just for the sake of completeness. So 420 productivity times 14.1 and just under 6,000. That's all right. Next season we have Fisher, and obviously it's going to go around the outside. Smelter. Need a gold mine, ideally. Oh, sawmill, look at that. Wow. 400. It's going there. It's definitely going there. That's what we want. Okay. Also, there, if I was to place a mill, 170, with again the times bonus. And then we got cornfields and fishes. 2 more slots remaining. Sawmill. 100, but I'd get rid of some food. 165 there. What about a hunter there? No. Cornfield. Gold mine. 60, but we gain that adjacency bonus thing. Okay. Let's see what this is. So, 630 times a lot. After we place another one of these. I think I'm going to place a fisher, just so that we've got something on the coast if we want to place some adjacency stuff. There we go. So that's another 110. So 740 times 7 plus all of the extras that go on top. 16.85. And that was the second of the 4 seasons. Over to autumn. And fisher. So that wouldn't help over there. Trading post. Wow. That says 260, doesn't it? It really does. 290. We're going for 290. There it is. Butcher. Yes. There we go. That's that. There's the end of that one. There's the end of that build. Okay. That's fine. So that's 425 times how many? 18.35. 22.35 actually. So previously we needed 25,000 in order to complete the scenario. We've already got 27,000, nearly 28,000 by the time we get to this point. So that's all good. There's another smelter. 280 in the mountains. It's going to happen. Sawmill. There is 420 there. Yep, and then I've got 2 more slots remaining, which I don't think another smelter would be the way to go. Cornfield? No, we're not really doing much of that. Woodcutter? Definitely not. Hunter, Hunter 3. Could get 50 with again another times bonus. We've pretty much been building everything around this water here. This smelter though, it's got all of these bonuses. 145. Is that the most we got? It probably is, you know. Smelter 3. I can get 170. I'll get 210 actually there, and it'll destroy something. So it was 210, or it was... Yeah. Fairly poor. I'm going to go with the smelter 2 in there, which is 210. So that'll give us a total score of 910 with some modification bonuses up to 7.25 at the moment, plus all of the extras, which takes us up to a total of times 7.1, giving us a total score at the end of the scenario of 43,500 and global rank of 192. And now there's probably only 193 players. The last one is probably a bot. Either way, a new chapter awaits. Continue as a sailor and lead your civilization to even greater prosperity. Go back to main menu, and that has been a bit of the game. So yeah, technology gained. Meditation. We got dynamite. We got some luxuries, trade routes. This is the roguelike element, obviously popping in to unlock some stuff. Anyway, yes, that's a bit of Islantiles. All right, yeah, very much piqued my interest. I have played several of these types of games in the past where you got the whole like tile placement and that sort of thing, and yeah, I do like the pace of it. I like that, you know, a lot of these games, you know, it is turn based. Obviously you got a certain amount of building slots. You obviously get the different technologies and the different cards and the bonuses for the hands and stuff. Yeah, it does what the demo's done what it needed to do, which was basically get me interested. So I'll be keeping an eye on the game. I say I very much enjoyed that run. Like I say, the pacing is just nice and chill. You can spend as much time as you want. I like all the adjacencies, bonus and stuff. Obviously, there's more to unlock and more to see. Perhaps maybe a little bit more in the tutorial, explaining a little bit more in places. But you know, it doesn't overwhelm you, so you know we can't really knock it really in any particular way. But like I said, I've enjoyed it, and yeah, if you like what you see, by all means check the link out in the description. If you want to see more, let me know in the comments. Any tips, comments, suggestions, not just for this run, but for the game itself, or any other games you would like me to check out, then by all means let me know. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.